Let me tell you, if you've ever worked on a differential or taken apart a hand drill, you've held a bevel gear in your hands. These cone-shaped gears that mesh at angles have been the unsung heroes of machinery since the Industrial Revolution. But the way we make them today, that's a whole different ballgame. This is upgear technology, and it's revolutionizing how we cut bevel gears. Now, traditionally, making these gears involved a process called gear hobbing or generating, where you'd essentially grow the teeth through multiple passes. It worked, but it was time-consuming and limited in what geometries you could achieve. Watch carefully as the cutting head approaches the gear blank. That's your starting piece of hardened steel. The upgear system uses a continuous indexing method. Instead of cutting one tooth space at a time and then rotating the blank, this machine is doing both simultaneously. The cutter and the workpiece are in constant, calculated motion, like a carefully choreographed dance. The cutting tool itself is a thing of beauty. Those individual blades are arranged in a specific pattern, each one removing a precise amount of material. As the gear blank rotates, the cutting head follows a complex path that's calculated by computer to create the exact tooth profile needed. We're talking about spiral bevels here, which are even more complex than straight-cut gears because the teeth are curved. Here's what's really clever. The cutting speed and feed rate are constantly adjusted throughout the process. At the beginning of the cut, when there's more material to remove, it goes slower. As it approaches the final dimension, it speeds up but takes lighter cuts for a better finish. The tolerances on these gears are incredibly tight. We're talking about matching surfaces that need to mesh within a few microns while transmitting tons of force. A poorly cut bevel gear will whine, vibrate, and fail prematurely. But with upgear technology, you're getting gears that'll run smooth and quiet for decades. You know, there's something deeply satisfying about watching skilled craftsmen work with fire and steel, just like the blacksmiths of old. Here at the Czech Republic Forging Association, they're keeping those timeless traditions alive while embracing modern precision. What we're witnessing is a fascinating blend of heritage and technology. The Czech Republic has been a center of metalworking excellence for centuries, and these forging shops carry on that proud legacy. The process begins with carefully selected steel billets, heated in gas-fired furnaces to precisely 200 degrees Celsius. That's about 200 degrees Fahrenheit for us. At this temperature, the steel glows a brilliant orange red and becomes malleable enough to shape. Watch as the forge master positions the heated billet under the power hammer. These aren't your grandfather's hand hammers. These are hydraulic giants capable of delivering 5,000 pounds of force with computer-controlled precision. Yet the skill required is every bit as demanding as it was 100 years ago. The operator must read the steel, feeling how it moves, knowing exactly when to strike and when to rotate the piece. Now comes something particularly interesting, the marking process. Each forged component receives its identification stamp while still hot. This isn't just bureaucracy, it's a matter of pride and accountability. The association uses a specialized pneumatic marking system that stamps each piece with a unique identifier, the shop number, and the date code. This system ensures traceability. If this part ends up in an aircraft engine or a ship's propulsion system 30 years from now, someone can trace it back to this exact moment, this exact forge. The beauty here is that they're maintaining the soul of traditional forging while meeting modern aerospace and automotive standards. It's craftsmanship you can depend on. Back in the day, machining something as complex as a robot head would have taken weeks of careful handwork. But watch what happens when Swedish precision engineering meets cutting-edge technology. This is Sandvik Coromant's core mill system in action, and folks, this is poetry in metal. What you're seeing here is no ordinary milling operation. That robot head being shaped before your eyes, it's being manufactured using specialized cutting inserts, produced at Sandvik Coromant's largest facility in Gimo, Sweden. Now, here's something fascinating. They're using their own tools to make the very components that will eventually manufacture more tools. It's like a master craftsman forging his own hammer, but on an industrial scale. The Coromill cutters are designed with multiple carbide inserts arranged in a precise geometric pattern. Each insert is coated with layers of titanium compounds. We're talking materials harder than glass, yet they can withstand temperatures hot enough to melt aluminum. As the head spins at several thousand RPM, these inserts are removing material at a controlled rate, creating those smooth, precise contours you need in robotics. Notice how the coolant floods the cutting zone? That's not just for cooling. It's washing away chips and preventing them from scratching the finished surface. The tolerances here are measured in microns. That's thousandths of a millimeter. This robot head will go on to manufacture parts with the same exacting standards, continuing a chain of precision that would have seemed like science fiction just 50 years ago. Here's a piece of equipment that's become invaluable in modern metal fabrication shops, the double-layer roll-forming machine. And folks, this is efficiency at its finest. What makes this machine special is right there in the name: two independent forming stations stacked vertically on one frame. The top station might be producing corrugated square wave panels, while the bottom creates traditional round wave or tile profile sheets. Same machine, same floor space, double the output. Watch as the flat steel coil feeds through sequential forming rollers. Each pair of rollers bends the metal a little more, gradually creating that distinctive wave pattern. The metal passes through anywhere from 12 to 20 stations, with the profile building progressively. The hydraulic cutting system at the end shears each panel to length without stopping production. No sparks, no grinding, just clean cuts. This technology means a roofing supplier can produce different profiles based on customer orders without changing equipment or losing production time. Now here's something you probably never thought much about. That kitchen sink you wash dishes in every day. But watch how Oliveri Solutions turns a flat sheet of stainless steel into a functional piece of household equipment. And I guarantee you'll appreciate your sink a little more. It starts with a blank, a precisely cut sheet of food-grade stainless steel, usually 304 or 316 grade. These alloys contain chromium and nickel, which is what gives them that rust-resistant property our grandmothers would have loved in their kitchens. First up is the drawing process. That massive press you're seeing applies hundreds of tons of pressure, literally forcing the flat steel into a die cavity. The metal stretches and flows, forming the bowl shape. This isn't a gentle process. The steel work hardens as it's formed, which actually makes it stronger. Next comes trimming, where the excess material around the edges gets cut away with precision. Then you've got the hole punching for the drain and faucet, each positioned exactly where it needs to be. Those robotic grinding wheels you see? They're smoothing every surface and edge, creating that brushed finish that hides water spots and scratches. Finally, the undercoating gets spray applied to the bottom. This dampens sound. Otherwise, every drop of water would echo like a drum. The whole process, from flat sheet to finished sink, takes just minutes. It's efficiency that would have astounded manufacturers from even 30 years ago. If you've ever tried bending a coat hanger into shape, you know steel wire has a mind of its own. It springs back, it twists, and it rarely goes exactly where you want. Now watch what happens when you give that job to Revax Maquinas, CN Revax REF-DCN16M wire bending machine. This is CNC technology applied to wire forming, and it's absolutely mesmerizing. That steel rod feeds in straight, and within seconds, it's being bent into complex shapes with multiple angles, the kind of precision that would take a skilled craftsman hours to achieve by hand. Here's how it works. The wire feeds through a series of guide pins and bending heads. Each head can rotate and position itself in three-dimensional space. The computer knows exactly how much to bend, at what angle, and in what sequence. It even compensates for springback, that tendency of metal to partially return to its original shape after bending. Watch those servo motors working. They're making thousands of tiny adjustments per second, ensuring each bend is exactly where it should be. This machine can handle wire up to 16 millimeters in diameter, which is substantial steel. These bent wire forms end up everywhere: shopping carts, furniture frames, automotive components, and construction reinforcement.